Hello, this is Marvelyn Brown, and we are on the next lesson. Can you believe we've made it to the point where we're going to actually start in this video to work on posts? And if we have time, we'll do pages. If not, I will put pages into a separate um, video. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to help you set up the 4 pages that are shown across the top of this page. So, setting up pages is really easy, but we are going to get these pages now. We've already got our home page set up. We're on the home page now. And then we're going to do an about page. We're going to do a frequently asked questions page. A join us page is going to be really easy. We would just need to have a Facebook page already set up. And then we're also going to look at the shop function. So I think that's going to be enough for us to cover today. So let's go ahead and head over to the dashboard, and we are going to create our about page. So whenever you want to create a page on WordPress, you are going to go to this left navigation, and you're going to select pages, and it'll show you all of your pages. And let's just see if we have, I don't think any pages have been created. Oh, we do. We have our blog. You know what? And I forgot to put, how could I forget to put the blog link? So what we're going to need to do, let's just go back out to this is going to give you some good practice. So we're going to go back to your site so that we can see this front page, our home page. We're going to put in we forgot to put in a blog link in this main page. So we're going to edit with Thrive Architect. So we're going to click on that button. And that's going to give us our Thrive Architect menus. Now, I don't think that I actually explained the menus in the previous video. So let's go ahead and take a look at these menus so that you will understand how to navigate. So you have menus on both sides of the page. You have a menu on the left-hand side that helps you to do the details. So you do all the details on the left-hand side. Now on the right-hand side, this is where you select the elements. So you click on this top box, this with the little crosshair in there, and it says add element. When you click on that, it's going to pop out and show you all of your options. So all the things that you can add to your pages, all of the content blocks, everything that you can do to add to your page or your post is going to be over here. So we are not going to add anything at this point. I'm going to just get rid of that, and I'm going to take you back over to this left-hand side, because we don't need to add anything to this page like an element. The only thing we need to do is go into the existing element, which is the header element. We're going to click on header just like we did in the previous video. We're going to say edit, and we are going to add to this menu. So we've got our custom menu, we've clicked on that, and now we are going to go to menu items, which is a drop down that shows you all of the elements that we have added to this menu. So we did not add the blog element. So we're going to go up to this green button, and we're going to click on that and say add new. And it's going to give us another element called item 6. We're going to click on the pencil, and we are going to say blog. Okay. Now we don't have the location for that yet. We don't have the URL, the link for our blog yet. So we're just going to click on apply. And we are going to move this up to, let's see, we'll put it next to the home page. So we've got home, we've got blog, we've got about. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me see. I might just put join us out here if it'll go. And then we're gonna, oh, see, this about is all connected to this. Really? So it's not gonna allow me to, okay, so now we've got everything out there. So now I am going to put about, and I'm working off of two screens, so my mouse is kind of moving around. We're gonna put this, we're gonna put the FAQ, and then we're gonna put about under the FAQ. And we are going to leave courses out. We're going to put join us under the FAQ. And that's still not going to make enough space for us. So let's move this over. Okay, so that kind of, and maybe we can make this call to action a little smaller. We're going to hit the, there we go. We'll make this a little bit smaller. So that way, and then we can also take our space in between our elements and move them a little bit closer together. Not much, but just a little bit. And that will kind of help us to, save space. Okay. So about us, join us, courses, shop. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, I definitely want the courses to show, maybe the FAQ can be underneath the courses. So there's that. And then we'll put these further out. So they're not gonna, so it looks like what I have to do to get these to pop out is to actually put them in another slot so that they're showing, and then I can bury them underneath other things. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to say join us. And, you know, about probably needs to be the first, and then FAQ can be last. Okay, so we're done. And now we're going to save. Okay, so now we're going to go to, we're going to go back to our back office, and now we're going to go to pages, and we're going to select all pages. I'm glad I did that because I really didn't know that there were pages already built. So we've got our blog, we've got our home page, we've got our privacy policy, we've got a sample page. So we're going to take this sample page and we are going to create an about page. Okay, so we're going to rename this. We're going to edit it. And we will rename this page about. Okay, so now I don't want to use the block editor. And this is what ends up happening a lot of times. There's a Gutenberg block editor that you can use, and it will give you a nice basic page, but there won't be a whole lot of stuff that you could do with that page. And to me, the Gutenberg block editor is very hard to manage. So, you know, but it may work fine for you. So I'm not trying to discourage you, but I'm going to click out of it. I don't really care for it. So this is the sample page. And what I'm going to do is just take this sample page and rename it. I'm going to rename it about. And actually, let me click on the, and this is the thing. I mean, this editor, I think I'm going to switch this over to, I'm going to just install the classic editor, because this is so, to me, it's just so hard to work with. So I'm assuming I can just click on here and type in about. So I'm just going to call this page about. I'm going to update it. And then when you use Thrive Architect, all you have to do is click on the Thrive Architect button, and it's going to take you over to Thrive Architect. So there is where you can actually build your page. And the great thing about Thrive Architect is that they have um, so many templates that you can use. Okay, so this is, if you remember, when we went through the wizard, this is how we kind of selected for our pages to look. Now, we can use this format, or we can go over, and remember how I said if you go over to the right side, you can actually add elements to any page. So this can be our, this can give us the opportunity to add things to our page. So this page is our about page. Now we can also choose to use a template. And so let me just show you the templates that are available with Thrive Architect. So now we can choose a normal page. We can choose a blank page with a header and a footer. We can also choose a completely blank page, or we can choose a pre-built landing page. So I'm going to take you over to the pre-built landing pages because I want you to see all of the different landing pages that you can choose from. So Thrive has what they call smart landing pages. And these landing pages have already been set up. They're already, pretty much optimized for conversions. But they're already formatted. All you have to do is just fill in your details. So now you can use these, and then underneath each one of these, there is also a number of other pages. So as you can see, each one of these, when you click on these little arrows on each side, you can just kind of scroll through and find the page that works for whatever you're trying to accomplish. And with the hydrogen page, it really it's kind of a minimalist look. It gives your page a minimalist look. So, you don't really have a whole bunch of um, colors and, all of that stuff that you have to deal with. You can really find a nice, clean looking page and make it into whatever you want it to be. So now we're back at the beginning. Now here's the quick theme. So here are some pages that they have 33 pages in this group that you can utilize. Okay, so let's go through these. So you can find something that might fit, and this is, totally optional. You can create a page from scratch. Excuse me. And I'm trying to see, since I've never used this quick theme, I wanted to see, this is what we've got for the home page. So I wanted to see if there was something that would help me just quickly put together an about page. Come join us for our desirable outcome. Okay, now this might work for an about page. I think I'm gonna select this one. So let's expand this, and we will use the one that has, it looks like that one is geared more toward an individual. But it looks like these are also still downloading from the cloud. So give this a moment for everything to download. Okay. So there are really a lot of things that you can choose from here. And actually, let me just click on personal branding. Let's see if that. Okay, so here we go. So I can use either one of these as my about page. And let's see. I think I'm going to use this one. So when you choose the one that you want, then you click on the apply template button, and it will go through. It's going to update the colors. It's going to make everything match the quick theme. Okay. So now this is a quick template that will enable you to just kind of pop your picture in, put your, your headline here, and it already says, I help. So if you want to change that, you can. But this really gives you a really quick and easy way to create an about page. And the great thing is you don't have to keep all of these elements. So there are different elements, and these are the elements, remember, on this side. You can take your choice. You can basically choose the elements that you want. And for example, you may not have any testimonials to begin with, so you might want to remove this. All you have to do is click on that little garbage can and it gets rid of that whole section. Now, this, I'm not really sure what I would do with this, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. I definitely want to keep this. And then you want to basically describe, how can you help your ideal client, whoever that is. You want to describe your ideal client. You want to describe, you want to have a headline that's going to attract your ideal client, grab their attention, and then you want to show them how you can help them. So, whatever your site is about, and this is the great thing about Thrive Themes as well, it kind of walks you through the things that you need to put on each page. So, target audience, you want your target audience to achieve a desirable outcome. So, whoever your target audience is, you just kind of fill that in here. And then, what is the desired outcome? And you fill that in there. And that's pretty much it. And you throw a picture in there, you kind of put a little short blurb, and then your main call to action. So, what do you want them to do when they look at your your headline? What action do you want them to take? Do you want them to buy something? Do you want them to download something? Do you want them to take your course? What do you want? What are the next steps that they need to take? And so here is the about page. We're not going to fill in all the details. We will be here all evening. But here is the about page. So now we're going to save our work. So we're going to click on that green button, and then we're going to move on to the next page. So we've got our about page, and then the next page is our blog. We've got that. Now we need to also set up some courses. So we're going to have to come back to the courses page. And then we have I think this is frequently asked questions and join us. So we can create a frequently asked questions page. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to update this to the about page. And the about page is going to be, yep, this is showing up as our about page, as you can see right here. So there's that. So now let's go back to our pages, and we are going to hit that back button. All right, so now we're back. Now we have an about page, we have our blog, we have our home page, we have our privacy policy. Now we need to go to pages, and we're going to add new. So we're going to add a new page that is about frequently asked questions. So now we're going to add our title, FAQ, and we might just spell it out, frequently asked questions, and maybe put FAQ in parentheses. Okay, so there's that, and now we're going to save draft. Now this page is a new page that we are creating. So we're just saving this page, and then after we get it saved, we're going to launch Thrive Architect. So we're going to click that big green button, and we're going to go over, and we're going to go through that same process. Now, for the frequently asked questions, we might want to leave it in this format. This is a nice format for frequently asked questions. And actually, to do that, I'm going to click out of this. So then we have our basic frequently asked questions page. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to edit this. So now let's see, edit current temp. Oh, this is the template. Okay. So do we want to edit the template? That's crazy. I thought that this would enable me to, okay, you are editing content, and that's what I want to do. No element selected. Hmm. Well, this is interesting. So I'm not able to actually do any editing on here. Okay, so maybe I did want to click on the, let's see what happens when I click on the edit template button. Okay, so now we're editing the template, and that means, okay, so to get that header, use a ready-made design. Okay, so let's see if we can choose a ready-made, because I've already got my basic header, and maybe we can just choose that. So let's see. Saved header sections. Okay, so there's my header that we've already created. So all I have to do is just kind of click that. It's there. Now, page you are previewing has no content. So this is where, got it. So this is actually going to be a offer. So this is my top section, and this is where I would put in an offer. So say for instance, you are a affiliate, and maybe you have some affiliate products that you want to promote, and you can actually fill that information here in this top section. So here's the top section. You put the information in, and then you click on, or you fill out your call to action. You know, whether you say buy now or subscribe, or you can have people to join your email list, or you can sell them something. You can teach them something. Maybe you want to put a free course in here. Whatever you want to do, you put that here. And then this is where you edit the page. So this is where I would actually put in my frequently asked question. So you can, let's see, using the content switcher in the upper right corner of the editor. Okay, so we're going to leave that. And then this is where you actually, so scratch what I said about adding people to your list. So this is where you would actually add people to your list. You could put some text in here like, I don't know, I guess you don't want to say join our list, but you could find some text that would maybe work for your particular audience. And then this is your footer. So I'm going to save my work, and then I'm going to go back to editing. I want to edit the actual content. And that's a really big area for a promotion. So I don't know that I want to have a promotion that's that big. Um, while I'm in this template, let's go over to this add element section, and let's see if we can find a smaller, um, let's see, post content, featured image. And this is for pages. So I definitely want, let's see if we can just find a block that might be a little bit more, I don't know, appropriate. Okay, so here are my blocks. Got it. So if I wanted to promote something, so maybe I would put in a product highlight. Nope, don't like that. Steps. And this is going to be for frequently asked questions. Pros and cons. Those are always good. A resource list, call to action, lead generation. Steps. We'll use that one. And I think I'm going to take out that new offer deal because And actually, I'm not going to put any of this stuff in here. I'm going to take all of it out just because I don't know that I even want a top section in every single. Um, so let's get rid of the top section. We're going to. So there we go. So here is the top section has been minimized, or it's been cut out. And that way I don't have to deal with it. And then if I want it back, I can always just pop it right open. So to get rid of that top section, we are just going to click on that eyeball and we're going to get rid of it. And then the content is right here. Okay, so that makes sense. And then the bottom section, I'm going to find another lead generation area for that. I don't really care for this either. So let's get rid of that. We're going to click on block. And there we go. Here's our block. Now we need to look under lead generation. I thought I saw, okay, here, they only have one for lead generation. Interesting. We're going to use this one though, because I like it. It's a little bit more clean and it kind of fits into the page a little bit better. And then it gives you a nicer looking form. So now I just need to get rid of this bottom section. So bottom section, to get rid of that, we're going to click on the eyeball again. And then now here we are. We've got our block that has our lead generation form on it. And we can pop any picture we want in over here. And then we can also connect this to our email autoresponder. And we'll talk about those a little bit in a little bit. And then I think we're good. So now save. And this is going to be our basic page template. And we can, always change it. We can always use the templates that I just showed you. Or we can stick with this basic form. So now we're good. I'm going to go back to, okay, now I don't want to edit the template anymore. I want to go back to Thrive Architect. And we are going to just put in frequently asked questions at the top of this page. And we're going to click out of that. Now we're going to put in text. So on this page, this is where we can actually put in our text. So we're going to take text, we're going to slide it in here. And we are going to repeat this text over and over. I'm going to make it a little bit larger, even though this is 18. Sometimes, depending on your font, it might be a little hard to read, depending on your audience, especially if you have an audience of old folks like me. You might want to, make it a little larger so we can see. So now we're going to put in frequently asked questions, and we're going to make this a header 1, and we're going to center it, and then we can put the rest of our content below here. Now there's a nice little feature, it's an element in Thrive Themes that we can use for our frequently asked questions. And let me see if I can actually find it here, just a moment. I believe it's called Toggle. Now, if you have a element that you know the name of, you can type it in here. Okay, Toggle. I knew there was a toggle. So basically, you can put like a description here, and then you can just kind of toggle, and then you can put a conclusion here. So these are toggles, and in order to use these, they kind of pop open. You can format them however you want, but you can just put each question right here. So you edit the toggle item. So let me just go back over. So this is where on the, the right hand side, this is where you select the element. And then when you're ready to put the details in, you come over here. So in order for me to edit these toggle items, I'm going to click on this button, and that will enable me to ask my first question. So the first question can be, let's see, how much does it cost to start a blog? We'll just say, that's the question. So then if I want to, maybe I want to make my questions formatted with a background color. So I will make this, I'll make this match my theme. So let's just say my theme color is FF6661. So we're gonna make this. Oh, and actually, it's actually chosen my theme colors for me. What was I thinking? Okay, so I don't even have to do that. I can just kind of come over here and choose a color that I like. And all of these colors are designed to kind of match my theme. So there we go. So how much does it cost to start a blog? So then if I want to expand this so that I can write in the answer, then here we go. So I'm just going to say the cost varies based on the packages you select. And then I can add more information later, but this is just giving you an idea of, how this looks. So now we have our questions, and then if somebody wants to know more, they can, toggle, and that will enable them to open that up and see the answer. I think this is a really neat feature. But these are our frequently asked questions. Here's maybe you have an introduction, some introductory text that tells them what to do. So, click on the question to see the answer. Just click on the question to see the answer, and then, I don't know, tell them to do something else. And then at the end, you might have a conclusion. And then that's it. And you just write out as many frequently asked questions as you would like. And if, say, for instance, you wanted to add more frequently asked questions, and let this finish saving, you would click on this, and then you're going to go to main options, and you're going to edit toggle items. So then you may end up having to just duplicate this, or you can add new. So if I wanted to add some more questions, you just add new, and then you just add more, and it's going to add to each side so that it makes it even. So that way, your toggle section looks, really neat. So that's pretty much it. And then you can add, all the text or whatever to this, and then you're good to go. You've got your frequently asked questions, they're right here, and then people can get to the other areas of your site as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. So now we've got all the pages that we could possibly make right now. All the other pages are going to have to be created on a different video. So our shop page, our courses, all of those are going to have to be set up. But we've pretty much got our site to the point where, we could publish it if you would like, or we could just kind of leave it the way it is until we get everything set up. So until we get at least a home page that we can publish, and we can publish the pages that we have, then we can get those links, those live links that we can put into our site navigation. And then I would say once we have our site navigation done and we have those pages done, then we are going to be ready to roll out our site. But I wouldn't roll out my site until I was actually ready for people to see it. But that is kind of a personal choice. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. We've got our frequently asked questions, our blog, we've got our home page, and then the next videos will be setting up our courses, and then also setting up our shop. So think about, your shop, and maybe start thinking about some products that you might want to put in your shop, how you want your shop to look, and all of that. And so I will see you on the next video. Have a great day.